Well, it's also especially when you have a bad set as a comic. Like, we never tell you that you did bad, but you don't. But you become like a leper. So nobody wants to look at you. Nobody wants to talk. Yeah. So when you come down stage, you want somebody to be like, "It wasn't that bad."
Right.
No, I don't want that.
But nobody says anything.
You don't want that?
No. If I have a comic,
no, I know you have a bad set.
If I have a bad set, right, and another comic goes, "You did great," I'm like, I don't like you.
Because you
want somebody that you know that they do that.
No, I prefer when somebody walks up to me and goes.
Just keep it 100
and
with
just looks at you like it, because that tells me that I know I bombed, and then that also tells me that they know I can do better.
I like to encourage people, man. I don't know, that's just in me. Like, if I see you do bad, because I know how hard it is when you do bad at something, you know. And if you come off, you feel defeated. Nobody want to talk to you. Nobody want, especially if you got to go up next. Like, nigga, don't touch me. I ain't shaking your hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I want to just
you do, man. I be trying. I think we be trying to prevent people from killing themselves.
Yeah, that shit is
because when somebody have a bad set, you like somebody need to say something. If I know the person.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you know the person, you'll be like, but I mean, if I know the person, I'm gonna joke with them.
Yeah,
but then be like, hey, no, it wasn't that bad. But if I don't know the person, I'm not gonna say.
I'm not gonna say anything
because I don't know how they're gonna take it.
You ever have a bad set? You like, nigga, where is this light at?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The sweats.
Right.
The best advice I ever, one of the best pieces of advice I ever, I can't talk. One of the best pieces of advice I ever received was from J. Anthony Brown. He had a comedy club called the J Spot.
Shout out J. Anthony Brown.
And he used to let me do the warm up. So so I used to warm up and then bring him up. So I went up before the host. Anybody watch that don't know, right? I went up before the host.
Yeah.
I used to bomb my ass off every night. I had just got to LA, just really started doing stand up. It's an older black crowd. That's my toughest crowd.
J Spot for real.
That was a tough crowd for me. An old black crowd, not a youthful black crowd I could kill.
Why is that?
They just looking at me like, boy, what you talking about? Like you don't know.
They done seen it all before.
Yeah, they like you don't know shit. Because you be talking like I'm 22 at the time. Like, man, you know the thing about these bitches? They're 50 years old. Like, what you know about bitches? And why are you saying bitch?
Yeah.
You know, that's how they. You know,
that's funny.
So, J. Anthony Brown, I bombed for another night, and J. Anthony Brown said, "Hey man, sometimes you just got to know when to tap out. Sometimes you just got." So what I'm saying is, sometimes. Even if you don't get the light, sometimes you just gotta be like, you know what, everybody, tonight's not the night.
That's true.
Get your ass off stage.
And that's another thing too. Like, unless you're getting paid and you have to do the time, get the fuck out. Like, what are you?
Really? Oh,
you think you're like
straight up?
You know, like
you think that's better?
Of course,
straight up.
So if you got 10 minutes. 6 minutes into it,
and he's
crickets,
not feeling
like,
it,
man,
get
fuck
out.
this room and just
no,
leave.
Well, don't say that.
You don't gotta say fuck this room.
You gotta see my stand up, bro.
Well, to me, I mean, I do remember seeing one guy that was bombing, and it was like the 5 stages of bombing. Because there's stages of bombing.
What are they?
Please tell us.
The 5 stages.
The first one is this one. Fuck you guys. You guys are not laughing. Fuck you. You know, and then
I don't do that. I'm just joking.
But that's the first one. When you get mad at the audience, then obviously that doesn't work, and then you start feeling bad. You start apologizing. Hey guys, no, I'm sorry. That's another bombing.
That's another bomb. That's true.
And then,
I'm sorry for that joke. Yeah.
Okay. And then there's another one where you start going, where you start talking about the crowd, but like just really bad crowd work, where it's like after you tell them to fuck over, then after you apologize, you're like, so what's going on?
That's What y'all want to talk about?
Yeah. What y'all want to talk
about? That's what happened to me at the J Spot.
Why y'all want to talk?
I was at the J Spot. I was like, God damn. Then I was like, what y'all want to talk about? Y'all want to listen to shit I got to say?
Yeah.
That's guaranteed quietness. That's guaranteed silence. If you ask a crowd what you want to talk about,
it's over.
It's over.
Right.
It's like asking a girl, what do you want to eat?
Yeah.
Same shit.
Yeah, for real. Well, I don't know. At least they gonna say I don't know. If you ask a crowd what you want to talk about, they just go look at you.
Like,
or they go say be funny. That's what we want to talk about. Yeah, we came to see you. What's the other?
I mean, I don't know if I think it's 5. I think it's maybe 3 or 4.
Okay, you over.
But I think the last one is basically where you just kind of like
that stuff makes you so strong, man.
It does.
It does. I mean,
bombing.
Yeah, I think you do need it.
Bombing makes you really strong.
And I think sometimes, because bombing to me is like, I think I only, from what I remember, I think I bombed like once. Where it's like, bombing to me is like where like crickets, where there's nothing. Because to me, having a bad show that comes with everything.
I seen a comic.
I consider that a bomb.
I seen a comic invite
shows sometimes it's like they didn't feel you, but people laugh, but he wasn't like laughing.
I seen a comic invite his mom and dad out, and his dad was like, "Nigga, you ain't funny."
Oh man!
Wow.
His daddy heckled him. I said, "Damn."
You thought you had it bad, Mike.
Right.
You thought you had it
bro.
bad.
His dad came. It was his first show at the Ha-Ha. His first show. His mom and dad was at the show. And he was just.
Did he bomb hard?
I told you this motherfucker ain't shit.
Now wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is the comic still performing?
Yeah.
Who is it?
I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that.
Can you give us his Instagram handle?
Show it to us on your phone.
Would you happen to have the last 4 digits of his credit card number?
Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
License plate?
Justin's really thinking
License
big thoughts,
plate.
man. He's like, I don't want to see his video. I want his credit card, bro.
Damn, that's wild, bro. I've definitely bombed, but usually when I bomb.
But what do you consider bomb? Because to me, bomb is like, because it's fine to me to have good bad sets.
Right.
So then you don't get cocky.
I
So
got
you're going like,
stories.
next time I gotta start better, you know. But it's like having a bad, like basketball, like you had a bad game, but you still scored 20 points, you know, like, but it was 5 out of 20.
You can learn
from that. You can like, hey, but to me that's not bombing. Bombing to me is like when like literally there's. Like they start booing off your stage and there's no silence. To me, that's
I've never been booed off stage.
I've been booed off stage early in my career. My bad.
I remember one time I did at the Comedy Store. They had the Dong show. Remember that?
Ooh, I remember that.
Ding Dong.
You did that?
I did that,
The
and
Ding
I
Dong
remember
show?
it was like at 3 minutes, and they do the Dong, and like you know, I remember like 2 minutes in, one guy was like, I think he just went like this, and went like. And I went like, nah, you're not fucking. You're not. And I started like kind of roasting him, and then everybody kind of laughed, and then I saved myself for that. But that was like the only way. But those are fucking tough.
Yeah, but the J spot, man, the J spot makes you so strong. I tell a lot of white comics, man, I'm like, you know, y'all do a lot of white comics do a lot. They just do all white rooms. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo, if you really want to be great, like, go do some black rooms, man.
Yeah,
and vice versa. I tell black comics, I say, yo. It's cool making black people laugh, but it's not the same trying to make a white person laugh. So you gotta be able to do everything. You gotta be able to do both.
Have to,
bro. Doing white rooms is like trying to high jump, but you're on the moon, right? Right?
Why you say that?
Because it's so easy.
Oh,
there's no gravity, right? And then doing a black room is like trying to run a marathon under the bottom of the ocean with cement boots.
But I've seen a lot of black comics
just
feel the opposite, same way.
Yeah,
they can kill the black rooms, but when they go do the comedy store,
because they're used to that.
Yeah, they go to the comedy store, they're like, oh.
Yeah, I've seen some black comedians eat it in front of all white crowds.
I've seen that too. You're right.
Yeah, because they're not related.
They don't know how to transition to, and I feel like that's a way to do. That's why you got to do every room, because first of all, so you can know how to play every room, and also so you can know that your material works in every situation. It's
Absolutely.
not, because to me, it's when you do just one type of room, then you're used to that. You're just giving that material because you know it's gonna hit there.
Or you learn how to change that joke so it works for every room.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do the joke one way and you're like, oh, this only works in liberal LA, and when I'm in like Oklahoma City, they're like, what the fuck? But then when I change the setup just a little bit, or I take the one thing out, now it works for everyone.
Yeah.
What you think the black comics do though when they go to the white rooms and they just can't connect?
You said, what do I think they should do, or
what you think they're not doing?
Not connecting. And listen, this is how I see it too, man.
When you say black comics in white rooms, like the ones that are so used to the black circuit,
right.
Right.
This is what I think too.
All right.
Ultimately, he was like, I gotta scoot over
because there's like a tube here, so it's like hitting me in my
your butt cheeks.
You don't like that, bro?
Ultimately, I feel like if you play for your home team, you're gonna do better.
Yeah, that's always gonna be.
100%.
You have your type of fans that they're gonna like your type of comedy.
Sure.
Which is always you're always gonna play.
So even me, like, let's say I perform in front of like my second hardest crowd, I think is, and I still do well in this crowd, but it's like the young, like not hipsters, like
the woke, the
young liberal woke,
like the Gen Z,
but the ones that be like at, let's say, Supernova, or like what Jay Davis room was,
the parlor,
the parlor, that crowd, because they could almost be on some like we famous too, or we
who are you?
Who
you
are
gotta be more famous than
exactly. So that type of crowd can be a little tough too. So when I've been the black person on that show, like the one black person on those shows, they go relate to I feel like an Adam Ray, or there's different comedians that I feel like they're automatically like, oh, well, this is like we connect to him off top.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But if I go to like the Crack 'em Up Thursdays,
right,
or Chocolate Sunday when it used to be chocolate, you know, but
what is it called now?
Like white caramel.
Yeah, it's still Chocolate Sundays, but it's so diverse. Like
now it's not.
Yeah. It used to be like nigga Sundays, and now it's like. But so anyway, so that's part of it. I think when a black comedian goes into a white room, you're automatically playing the away team. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not your home environment.
But also I feel like, to me, it's like that's also a true testament of as a comic.
Exactly.
If you're funny, you will perform great in every situation. There's gonna be obviously like the type of crowd.
Sure.
Like there's an old 70s old people, you know, they're not gonna feel you so much, but they're still gonna be like, that was a good show. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So basically, it's more like always be yourself.
You always be yourself.
And I tell
that's the
comics
point.
like,
exactly.
always, y'all trying to adapt, but always be. Sometimes you might gotta slow down.
Slow down. Yeah.
An example, exactly. A slow down
Slow
for
down
like
is a
an
key.
old crowd. Like,
Sure.
gotta take
That's
out
key.
some words that they're not gonna understand.
Or if you
Right.
perform in
know.
another country, you
Yeah.
gotta really slow down
Slow
for them
down,
because your
that's true.
setups here
Exactly.
work. You say one little word, everyone gets exactly what
Gets
you're talking
it,
about, and then in another foreign country, you gotta like really walk them into the joke.
And then another thing too, I feel like that when you perform, fuck, I was gonna say something. Now I can't
I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry. I
Cheese,
could
Mike. No, I'm just
I was gonna say
Slow down.
performing in not performing in another country, slowing down.
Slowing down.
Yeah,
white-
I mean, I'll think about it. I just sorry. But
White people are great.
What is your hardest bomb?
my hardest bomb.
And what was that like? And what did you learn from it?
Well, yeah, that was the only time I got booed. That was my hardest bomb.
That was your hardest bomb?
Yeah, that's when I performed at a college. I had only did stand up maybe like 4 or 5 times, and my homeboy asked me to open up for him at this black college, and my first joke tanked, and I did the countdown in my head to the boos. Like I literally said,
Yo, hold on. What's the
swear to
countdown?
God.
How you know it was a countdown?
Because
Hilarious.
I'm a comedy nerd, and
Okay,
I've watched
yeah.
so much comedy that I knew that joke was so.
1, 2, here it comes.
That's exactly correct. I'm not bull. I said the joke. It was flat, and in my head I said 3, 2, 1.